What if the world isn't just changing, but aligning, not randomly, not slowly, but in a way that was already described, long before we were even born? And right now, millions of people are starting to feel it. That quiet tension, that strange awareness, that something is not normal anymore. Not just in one country, not just in one place, but everywhere. And the question people are afraid to ask is this: are we getting closer to something bigger? Now, before you jump to conclusions, this is not about predicting a date. Not 2026. Not any year. Because the Bible makes one thing very clear. No one knows the exact day or hour. Not me. Not you. Not anyone. But here's what makes this conversation so powerful. The Bible never gave a date. It gave signs, patterns, warnings, not to scare people, but to prepare them. And when you look at the world today, it starts to feel different. There's a rise in conflict. Not just physical wars, but mental wars, emotional wars. People are more divided than ever. Truth feels harder to recognize. Everyone has an opinion, but fewer people are searching for what is actually right. And deep down, even if no one says it out loud, there's this feeling that something is building, something is shifting. And this is exactly why people are talking about years like 2026. Not because the Bible mentions it, but because people are trying to connect the dots, trying to make sense of what they're seeing. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because if you go back to the words of Jesus, he didn't focus on giving a timeline. He focused on describing the atmosphere of the world before a major change. He spoke about a time when there would be wars, and rumors of wars. A time when fear would spread easily. A time when people would feel uncertain, restless, and disconnected. But then he said something that most people overlook. He said, "These are just the beginning." Think about that. The beginning, not the end. Which means, these signs are not meant to make you panic. They are meant to make you aware. Because awareness changes how you live. And that's the real message most people miss. They get stuck trying to figure out when. But the Bible keeps pointing back to something deeper. How are you living right now? Because what's happening around you is only part of the story. What's happening inside you matters even more. Look at your own life for a moment. Your thoughts, your habits, your priorities. Are you living with intention, or just reacting to whatever comes your way? Are you chasing things that actually matter, or just staying busy to avoid thinking too deeply? Because one of the biggest signs is not something you see in the sky. It's something you feel inside. That quiet sense that something needs to change. That you're meant for more than just routine. More than just distraction. More than just surviving day to day. And yet, most people ignore that feeling. They scroll past it. They distract themselves. They tell themselves everything is fine. But deep down, they know it's not. And that's where this message becomes personal. Because this is not about proving a theory. This is not about convincing you that a specific year means something. This is about asking you a question that only you can answer. If something did happen, if the world changed in a way no one expected, would you be ready? Not ready with facts, not ready with arguments, but ready in your heart. Because readiness is not about knowing everything. It's about being aligned with what actually matters. And this is where most people struggle. They think they have time. More time to figure things out. More time to change. More time to take things seriously. But what if the signs we're seeing right now are not telling us when something will happen, but reminding us that time is not unlimited? Not in a fearful way, but in a real way, a grounded way. Because life moves fast, faster than we realize. And the things we keep postponing eventually catch up to us. That's why this conversation matters. Not because of 2026, but because of now. Because right now, you have the chance to pause, to think, to reflect, to ask yourself questions you've been avoiding. And maybe, just maybe, this message showed up in your life for a reason. Not to scare you, not to pressure you, but to wake you up, to bring you back to awareness, to remind you that your life has direction, your choices have meaning, and your time is valuable. So no, this is not about predicting the future, but it is about understanding the present and seeing it clearly, because when you start to see clearly, everything begins to change. And if this made you think even a little, don't ignore that feeling, because in the next part, we're going deeper into the specific signs people are noticing today and what they could actually mean when you look at them through a biblical perspective. Stay with us. If you like this, then comment me part 2. I will make part 2 on it, like, share, and subscribe.